Y'all see, football season is here. Mr. KD still repping basketball season aside, though. Uh, this week's icebreaker with the upcoming competitions, whether team wise or positionally, who you looking forward to? Like what QB competitions or like a wide receiver or running back competition? I can see one QB competition in Arizona. I think Carson Beck made a good showing for himself this past weekend, and he definitely can call for that starting job.
Yeah, Arizona, Minnesota. Even though they settled that, Cleveland still got a battle all
Yep.
for quarterback position, so they'll be interesting. But yeah, we'll see how that.
Welcome to Point Blank Period, Point Blank Period,
Point blank period.
Point blank period.
Point Blank Period. No pressure.
Can't have a baseball conversation without bringing up Otani.
He's a great pitcher and a power hitter. Yo, this man's top five.
I'm still taking today's NFL.
I'm going with the 90s.
None of them are better than Brady.
This is your argument?
No, what I'm saying is, who's MVP? Do they not matter no more?
Like, everything you said before that point is irrelevant.
Not how the NFL works, baby.
We drafted your replacement already. So
Whoa. I don't gotta talk to no peons.
Why not just come back and prove?
This time he's really going off. Fireworks.
Because we can't argue facts. What I told you when you got involved with this.
This
Grown
is
man business. Grown man business.
All right, welcome to Point Blank Period Podcast, the best sports podcast, Point Blank Period. Today is episode 69, Hall of Fame Games. And before we get started, we're going to take a little quick moment of silence for a man who just passed. The second winningest coach, Don Nelson. All right, thank you. We will talk about him a little later on the podcast. But right now, Mr. KD, I want to know who's your WNBA Player of the Week.
Came out for the last week instead of games with Shakira Austin for the Mystics and Kayla McBride from the dominating Lynx right now. She broke the record within that week. She broke the record for most 3-pointers made in a game with 10. So, of course, that put her right in front line for
yeah,
PHW award.
let's see, breaking the record and winning Player of the Week. Hey, you gotta have it. Gotta love it. Shout out to them ladies.
All right. So we're going to get to our injury report / trade rumors. Right now, this is a running back payday. We seen Bijan get paid on the last podcast, and I guess Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor used them as a measuring stick for their contracts. What's your thoughts about this, Mr. Amari?
Well, it's rightfully so. I mean, when somebody resets the market and you see your value a bit higher than theirs, or you see your value to that team a bit higher, you're gonna ask for your price. So with Jonathan Taylor's contract, he mainly just got a 2-year extension, 2-year, $39 million. But this does tie him to oh no, 2 years, $44 million, and it gets 39 million guaranteed. So I think that's well worth his value, especially with the team. Jameer Gibbs got 3 years, $67.5 million, 51.5 guaranteed, but with a max value of 75. So I think he really broke the bank with that, and of course reset the market. But this also comes alongside with, like you said, Bijan. With Bijan's contract, really is the one that set the tone for theirs, with his 3 year, $75 million contract with 51 million guaranteed. So they really just, well, Jameer Gibbs mainly used this as a chance to jump him, waited for Bijan's contract so he can know what his value was, and he did exactly that. He attacked the market and reset it.
You got any thoughts about that, Mr. KD?
Well, get your money.
All right. Speaking of somebody who just got money, We talked about him last pod. Zay Flowers got his money and then got injured. And this kind of the things we was talking about last pod with him being a true number one, but being a slight build wide receiver. What's your thoughts about this, Mr. Amari?
With this, we don't know what this newfound Ravens offense is truly demanding of Zay Flowers, especially with this contract. I mean, of course, they expect you to be their guy, their number one receiver, their go-to guy. So it's a bit more demanding in the position that now you're expected to be. So I'm not exactly sure if this injury plays a part into that, but I mean, of course, we hope for the best in his recovery, and we hope to see him week one.
Hold on, Mr. Amari. Both of y'all are in AFC North fans. You really wish him the best?
I
Because you
mean,
was
yeah,
happy last week they signed him as number one.
I mean, I'm glad to see if that's what you see in the number one receiver. The name, the last the last team that worked out for was Patrick Mahomes. They had the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They did that with Tyreek Hill, and they won.
You're
But I
talking
don't
two
see that
different.
happening for. Yeah, I'm talking about these two different things. I don't see that happening for Baltimore.
All right.
Glad for y'all to
Another
throw y'all
injury.
money in that basket.
Laramie Tunsil. I don't know if you heard about this injury. What's your thoughts about this, though, Mr. Amari?
With that well, it's a torn tricep injury, I believe. He's already had the surgery, but now with him being gone, he's expected to miss a majority of the season, if not the entire season. So uh, definitely going to be something for him to bounce back from next year. But yeah, that's a bad injury to have right before the season, especially and that takes a hit for the Commanders.
All right. So I'm gonna get to this last part because I know there's a couple of more injuries, but I also know there's some big signings that just happened. You're gonna tap which one you want to tap first. Is on you, Mr. Amari. And I want your thoughts about these signings too, Mr. KD.
Well, Quentin Williams also signed a 3-year extension with the Dallas Cowboys worth $105.9 million. I'm pretty sure they wanted to get this contract extension done after they traded for him mid-season last year. So this was definitely on a much-needed basis. Hunter Henry signed a 2-year extension with $16 million to likely end his career in New England as one of those primary pass catchers for Drake May. Josh Dobbs signed with the Detroit Lions 1 year, $1.4 million extension or contract as a replacement in due to Teddy Bridgewater's retirement. Uh, and those are all the contract extensions that I have. I do have some injuries, but we'll get into those after.
Hey, hold on, Mr. Amari. Do you think that Teddy Bridgewater is over with? Because this is like his fourth retirement.
He officially retired. I think he is done this time. I mean, of course, his I believe his career was in due diligence. I mean, he did have his tenure as a starter, and then he was career journeyman after that.
Yeah, but when I looked at it, I about to say the boy, the man is 33 years old. Like, that's a real young age for a quarterback. In today's NFL, when people, Flacco is playing to 40, Brady, I ain't say you got to play to 40, but 35, 36, he easily can get 2, 3 more years. What you think, Mr. KD? Because the way he pump faking, it's looking like an old man on the basketball court out there running with the young boys, just head faking, just ain't really giving a shot. What you think about all this, Mr. KD?
All you can do is take the man at his word. He said he's official this time. He said he's not looking back this time. That's what it's gonna be. You judging his age off of things that wouldn't be too accurate because he's a backup for the majority of his career. So it's not as far as a player getting multiple opportunities being the head guy in certain situations. He's putting in all that time to ride the pine in a lot of situations. So hey, he said he's done serious this time. I believe him. I'm gonna stand on his word, but if he comes back, that's still his decision. We saw what Teddy has been through
When
throughout
you,
his career, though. So
yeah, you see, You're right about that, Mr. KD. When you just said that, it made me think, would I rather ride the pine or coach my kids down to high school? And for the money that I know he invested in them children, I think he'd rather do that. So that's a good point. But go ahead to the injuries that you was about to speak about, Mr. Murphy.
The Detroit Lions taking two significant hits with now, I believe, starting center Mays and backup running back Isaiah Pacheco, both sideline. Mays with a significant wrist injury, and what is it? Isaiah Pacheco with an MCL sprain. Dylan Radunz, Saints tackle, he is out with a torn ACL, like done for the season. Luther Burden is expected to miss a few weeks, but to be back for week one. And that's all I have aside from Larry Tunsil, which she broke the news for.
All right. With that being said, we're going to get to the NBA side of things. Mr. KD, is there any updates with Kuminga or DeRozan as we speak right now? Matter of fact, I'm going to pick this all in one package. We can go Kuminga, DeRozan, Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook. There's a couple of these bets out here. You heard anything about them recently?
No, the front of Kaminga's been the same. It's really the Lakers, and they're trying to nail it down and get the contract in place. But of course, they're cap restricted to what they can offer him. It's really on him to accept it or not. The interest is there on both sides. So I don't. You're not hearing too many other teams really going after him. So I think eventually he'll end up on LA, and I think that's a good look for him with a good opportunity as well. DeRozan, he's been mentioned with a few teams: Nuggets, Heat, Kings, return. Even the Sixers, is a rumor that the Sixers are working on the contract for him right now, or figuring a way to get him onto their roster. But DeRozan has been tied to a lot of things. We don't know if that's his agent putting it out there to create leverage. We don't know if it's any truth behind it. But the talent that DeRozan still can't bring forth to a team, he will be on the roster. We know that. Russ, the Kings reunion is the hottest take that they got for him right now. But I think Russ is going to take his time and see what other opportunities open up, like he's done previously in these off seasons. Kevin Love, I don't think it's really a
The
market.
Sixers, he's been calling.
I think it's really about if he wants to go to the Sixers or if the Sixers want him to come there,
He
or is
want
he
to
going to
go.
just walk away? Yeah, that's
He
what I
want
know
to
he
go.
wanted to be. But it's about the Sixers uh, making that possible. But yeah, I haven't heard of a market for him. It's really been the Sixers or retire.
Give Kevin Love like $1 million. What's vet minimum in the NBA?
Now, I think the vet minimum is at least three to four. I think he at least got to
Because
get
LeBron
three
making
at
four.
minimum. So,
Vet
so that's
minimum?
probably the league minimum.
No, I don't think
It
four is the
got to be,
minimum.
well, damn near for the vets anyway, not for like
Am I saying?
the rookies, but
What's
for
a what's a realistic Kevin Love vet minimum? Like
three,
I
two point
mean
five,
3, 2
whatever the
mil?
bottom is,
Literally,
whatever the
like
bottom is.
scrape them pennies together, cut like two cheerleaders. You got Kevin Love money.
That's the only reason why I think that he can make it to the Sixers because he's gonna have to take the league minimum. That's the only way. And you can't say anything if Ron took the minimum. Who are you?
I
So,
mean,
but speaking of the Sixers, Mr. KD, injury prone Joel Embiid posted a pic and video, whatever, in the best shape in years. What's your thoughts about this?
His legs look a
trust the
little weak.
process. Trust the process.
What
His
was that you
legs
said, Mr.
didn't
KD?
his legs didn't look that stable.
Oh, so you say he just looked good from the waist up?
No, he just looked slimmer. Everybody got it all. When you slim down, that don't always mean it's better for you. Like you would like to think that, but that doesn't naturally mean,
But
oh,
with
he's
the
in great
knees and
health.
the legs, he need to take some of that weight off his knees.
Might be too late.
My only thing is, if you're doing it now, you could have been did it. That's the only problem I have with it. Like, I don't see why it took you this long to understand that you need to take care of your body
LeBron's in
or to
town.
try to. You say what?
LeBron's in town.
Ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. Because there's
It
no
got
way
everything to do with LeBron.
he didn't get in this shape.
Anthony Davis was going injury prone. They was condemning him. LeBron come to town, healthiest season, they win a championship.
But this is my thing. He couldn't get in that much shape from the time LeBron signed to the time he took the picture. It wasn't enough time. Like unless he
Because
photoshopped it, like there's
he
not enough.
already knew LeBron was coming, so he been training.
Okay. He been working, looking forward towards it.
Like he said, y'all, bro, he knew Braun was coming eventually.
I feel you. But Mr. KD, you got
Why
any
does
more
losing
injuries
weight
or
mean that you're the best? Why does you being slimmer automatically make people say, "Oh, he's in great shape"?
they say you in better shape? Because the thing about
So
it
you
was you was
said this
too
is the
heavy.
best shape of his life.
I said it's the
How do
best
you
shape
know
he's
that
been
if
in
we ain't seen him
years.
play nothing? We ain't seen him
I
do
said
nothing.
this the best shape. You talking about the
How do you
physical
know
shape that he
that?
been in years.
But how do you
Because
know
part of the
that?
problem that he had
If he
is
run up
part
the
of the
court,
problem he had was
if he run up the court and
part of
he missed a whole season, and was he still in the best shape?
no. We doesn't as of right now. But part of the problem he had was he was out of shape. He was overweight. And then when you take somebody with bad knees and then add extra weight on it, there's no way that that's a net positive. To alleviate some of that stress on your knees, you lose weight. That's just a mathematical equation. The more weight you lose, the less pound in your knees take.
And you lose a lot of other stuff too, right?
We said shape, not how. But that's why I
That's
asked you what's
part
your
of
thoughts about it.
everything.
You may
That's
think
part of
take away
everything.
from the game.
I'm saying we
You
can't
said what?
judge nothing off of no picture. That's what I'm trying to say. We're not judging. He's the
We
best
can
shape of his
judge
life. We ain't
that
seen him
he's
do
in better
nothing.
shape than he left.
No, we'll say he slimmed down. Let's
Listen,
keep it facts and facts. He slimmed down.
yeah, that's part of it. Slim fast, better shape. That's how they sell it. But speaking of that, you
So
got
was
any signs
Giannis
of
in better
injury?
shape when he was smaller?
Who said
Nah,
who?
Was Giannis in better shape when he was smaller?
nah, he was frail.
No, but this is the thing. When Jokic was a certain weight, he had to slim down to get in better shape because it
Jokic
made him a
comes
better
into camp
basketball player.
the same weight every year. He
No,
loses
no, no.
weight throughout the
Jokic was bigger.
season. Watch him.
No, I'm talking about. I want to say it was like maybe pre pandemic. He was a little chubby. He lost a little weight. It helps you because you got to run up and down the court 82 games hardwood floor. So
Right. So once we
when you
saw
got
it,
proper weight,
then we said, dang, he's in the best shape of his life. This is an MVP we talking about. You gonna tell me he in the best shape and we ain't seen nothing? The man
you
is a
saying
former
that
MVP.
I'm saying like I said in years. And even if you want to go back to his MVP year, how long ago was that? What, 3, 4 seasons?
The last time he played a
Years,
full season, well, most likely full season.
years,
Right.
years. That's my point. But with that being said, more
But we haven't seen
football with
nothing.
Mr. You said what?
No, I said my point is we haven't seen nothing. Like we can't.
And we
No,
ain't seen the
point
man
is
jump
with your
We ain't
yet.
seen the man do nothing basketball wise to say he was in better shape now than he was then.
the physical says me in better shape. If your thoughts is me saying that doesn't mean anything, that's your thoughts about it. My thoughts about it is he looks a lot better than he did coming off last season, and hopefully they will translate into a more productive and
He
healthier
couldn't
yoke.
walk last season. Of course
That's
he
what I'm
gonna look
saying.
better. He was injured. Of course he gonna look better if we're
We
not injured.
started from the bottom line here. More football with Mr. Amari. Our Hall of Fame game recap. And I want you to tap on Carson a little bit because you brought him up earlier. But it's on you, Mr. Amari.
Well, like I already mentioned with Carson Beck, he showed out, played like a true vet, and honestly, I think it was for a lot of people. If you watch him play in college and some games, he literally looked like a pro, and he was gonna turn out to be more of a pro quarterback than a collegiate quarterback. But Carson Beck went 15 for 19, 188 yards and one touchdown, putting the ball exactly where it needed to be. Had great timing, great throws, great touch on the passes. Um, Not getting confused by defenses. or any kind of zone schemes or blitzes. Uh, he just you put on a definitely good performance. And Haynes King, rookie out of Georgia Tech, he also put on an amazing performance, piecing together a game-winning drive as well. 21 for 34, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 39 rushing yards with the game-winning touchdown. Um, both guys, in my opinion, definitely earned a spot. I think Carson Beck earned the true right to speak for that starting QB spot and battle with Jacoby Brissett for that in camp. And I think Haynes King definitely deserves the right to fight for that QB2 spot and battle out with Kenny Pickett for it. Uh, and with this performance in the Hall of Fame game, I think he'll actually win this job. So kudos to those young guys. And just a fun fact: Carson Beck is the first player to throw the last pass of the last college football season and the first pass of the new NFL season.
We gotta relax, Amar.
I'm just saying, it's a fun fact.
No, the fun fact, I'm with you. That's cool. We gotta relax. There was a great performance from both the guys, but
So
we not crowning
you don't think Carson Beck can battle for his spot against Jacoby Brissett?
out the gate. No, out the gate. No, he looked great. I'm with you on everything he said till you said what he should gain from that Hall of Fame game. Nah, Hall of Fame game, you didn't see no viable rotation of pieces. Everything was very basic and base situations. We're not being too exotic with any pressures or anything we're throwing at you. It was a great game, best Hall of Fame game I've ever seen
Yeah.
that I can remember. So I'm not diminishing their performance. They both had phenomenal performances. It's just let's ease the train, let's slow the train down. Now Kenny Pickett, he actually had a claim for himself, so that actually was a competition. Jacoby Brissett didn't even get to put his hand in the ring, so we're not going to even throw him in there. But
I feel like given the contract that they gave you, you're guaranteed the starting spot. Like they paid you the money that you set out for.
now week 8, 9, 10, it might become a narrative that we're talking about. Maybe it's time to give Carson Beck a shot, but we ain't putting him in there yet.
You don't think if he tear up the rest of this preseason,
He's gonna solidify his spot as a good backup. And,
I feel like
it's not gonna-
you let all the young guys grow together. I don't know.
Yeah, you can grow from the bench. That's probably the best way to grow from the
You
bench.
can grow.
You heard
I
Brady.
mean, it is.
Brady said for the quarterback position, you ideally
Yeah.
want them guys to sit.
And Mr. Mom, isn't Carson Beck either a 5 or 6 year college player? So I don't think he got much sinus on the bench,
that's
Mr.
what I'm saying.
KD.
I mean, I
He's
guess
still a rookie.
I say
They
being a
don't care about the
rookie,
age. We're looking at the
it's
contract.
like you always talk about. It's like QB is always shoulders up. So I mean, he got that. So his age ain't gonna really matter too much as long as he don't take too many hits.
Around Carson Beck got around it. I mean, drafted.
Second.
He got time. We got first round pick. Man, those are not even starting. We got time. First overall pick isn't starting this year.
That's true. That's true.
All right. And I love this excitement because football is back, like Mr. Amari said in the beginning. With that being said, what preseason games are you really looking forward to? And what is the importance of preseason? And I'm going to tell you why I asked this question after y'all respond.
Well, I'm gonna start with the importance of preseason, and it's really just more of the scouting and evaluating of the players that you do have on roster and other players around the league that are also fighting for spots. So if a player does happen to hit waivers or if there are injuries or anything, I would say players are invited back to be on practice squads, or some even may even crack another team's 53-man roster. So this is preseason is very important in that aspect for sure. But the games that I'm looking for, especially I'm looking forward to the first Steelers preseason game. We play Green Bay. That's the only game I'm worried about right now.
We got Detroit.
Oh yeah, take the North. The North against the North. I like it.
And the only reason I asked this question because I done heard a couple of prominent ex-NFL players and a couple of NFL players that still current well, nah, not current, but ex-NFL players that got podcasts, different things, and they said that preseason is wasn't important. It was the scrimmages. That's when you really was able to get your work in and really was able to see who's who and who's not who. What's your thoughts about that in particular, Mr. Amari?
Isn't a
What
preseason
scrimmages?
game just a scrimmage?
We you talking about the in practice scrimmage,
I
like
mean, I'm about
against
to
the
say,
defense?
yeah, I'm about to say, is that what you're talking about? Like,
You said what now?
are they
What
talking
are you
about
talking
like
about when you
inter
said
squad
scrimmage?
A
scrimmage
little
or
bit.
like,
Yeah, so like if I'm Dallas and you the Cardinals and you down here for 3 days and we play each other three
Well,
times,
you talking about
three
the
different
you talking
days,
about
like, and
the
that's when we
joint
see
practices.
fights and all
There
that
ain't no
happen.
scrimmage.
the
Huh?
the joint
The joint. You talking about
practices?
the
No,
joint
it's scrimmages.
practices?
No, they
Yeah, but
doing
it's a joint
scrimmages, real
practice.
scrimmages. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's in the
I'm
midst
telling
of
you
the
what the
joint
ex-NFL
practice.
player said. Actually, scrimmages.
Are
No,
you
joint
listening?
practices is one thing, but I'm saying that you keep saying that they're not doing scrimmages. I'm saying they
No, I
are doing
didn't.
scrimmages.
I never said they aren't doing scrimmages. I said it's a part of the joint practices.
Yeah, they do
Oh,
the
I thought you
joint
said they
practices
are.
up until they have the preseason game against the
Right.
same
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
team.
yeah.
then they play
And they're
each
saying
other.
that,
Yeah, I mean, those are the joint
yeah.
practices. Yeah.
Only thing I was saying,
So
only thing I was saying that they was holding that to more regard than the preseason, and I found it kind of surprising from their perspective.
That
That's why I
is
want to ask this
preseason.
question. Uh,
Oh, you talking about the games?
I mean, I guess I could understand
the
that. I
game
mean,
in
you get
particular,
the but I mean, you gotta see it because I mean, in practice, you're not going 100% every time. Like this is exhibition game, this preseason exhibition game. It's a full live scenario. This is a real live game. And that's the scene that they want to present. Not this is a practice because and even in that scenario, even in the joint practices, they're wearing practice gear. Isn't
Yeah,
this is
they're
a
still,
practice
and it's
jersey?
not why it's not
It's
all out just going. These are
yeah,
controlled
it's a
practices.
control. It's a controlled scenario. This is the reason why we have this exhibition game is because I want this as controlled as it is. I want it to be controlled chaos. That's what a football game is.
Yeah. They ain't letting you just freewheel on their players on either side. It's all controlled chaos, like you said. It's controlled madness. The only thing I say you would gain from it is the fact that you consistently see this team for a span of 3 days,
You
and you
know what
really
you're
can,
gonna see on game day.
and you get a chance to audible and rebuttal and go back and forth off of the adjustments. But as far as uh, that compared to the preseason game, I think the preseason game is more of an organized, actual game type environment because you have no clue over what the other team has been working on in the preparation throughout the week, um, opposed to the joint practices where you've gotten a good look at these teams. But a lot of people say they enjoy the joint
and
practices
that's
more.
what. And yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Because I would have been right there with both of y'all, like, oh, it's the preseason. But the players themselves said that they get more out of the scrimmages, and they say more players are made and cut during the scrimmages than they ever are during the preseason because they saying that you're really going up against the ones, and you going up like you really. So like fans, y'all was just speaking about. They doing a bland defense. Ain't no ones really play, no starting quarterbacks. But you really starting your quarterback, their defense, X, Y, Z. So I think the players find it more advantageous than maybe us as the fans do. But with that being said, we're gonna get to our 69 draft pick from last year. This is our rookie review. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
Kyle Williams, wide receiver out of Washington State. Um, he drafted by the New England Patriots in the second round. He had 20 catches. He had 20 catches. Oh no, 10 catches, 209 yards and three touchdowns. I think he definitely can be a young weapon in this well now very deep receiving room. Hopefully he doesn't get buried in there. Um, but I think he'll be a piece that could grow alongside Drake May. But like I said, this was the receiving room is deep. with the new acquisitions and trades that they had. So great piece just in a very deep receiver room right now. Like,
All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna do our top 100, but NFL top 100. Last week we missed that week, so we're doing 50 to 31, and we're not gonna go through all of them. I just basically want y'all to go through the people that y'all seen that y'all feel that was in the wrong spot, ranked too high, ranked too low. It's on you, Mr. Amari.
I feel like Panay Sewell should have been a bit higher. I believe he was at 33. Dak Prescott had a huge jump from 79 to 31. I think that's more of his peers putting respect on him. Nick Benito continuously jumping into that realm of top echelon pass rushers. Uh, and of course, really solidify himself, staying within the 30s in the top 100. I feel like Saquon had a relatively huge drop. I mean, of course, being the number one player last year after his 2,000 yard season, but dropping to 34 after such
That's
just
about right
a
to me.
drop off season. I didn't think he. I just think that drop was kind of drastic, but understandable.
Yeah, nah. But Saquon, that was the one, yeah, like you say for number one, what, 34? So what's that, 33 drop? That
Mhm.
sound crazy, but what he had? He didn't you had 2,000 yards last year. So that
Yeah,
made sense to me.
his drop from 1 to 34. I mean, I can understand why it was so drastic, but I feel like he could have still been within the top 30. He could have been number 30 and or but like 34 was a bit low. I do want to kind of give a little shout out to some of the people that debuted on the list. George Pickens, Garrett Bowles, and Joe Thuney all debuted this year. Shout out to those guys for their first time being part of the NFL Top 100, especially with George Pickens also debuting in the top 30 or in the top 40 in his debut.
Yeah, that's somebody I would have definitely thought that at least made was number 99 on some list. Just somewhere, sometime. I would have thought he would have gotten in the top 100. But I want to ask you this question. I don't know if you had an answer to it. What running backs are still left on the board that's ahead of him right now? I'm talking about Saquon, that is.
Jameer Gibbs, Bijan, Christian McCaffrey, I believe.
If you don't know them all top, I was just curious because my whole thing was I want to see what running backs they really put ahead of him. Like fancy
Those
Jonathan
are the
Taylor.
only
I think
three.
he might.
I would say no. I think we said Jonathan Till already. I
Oh,
think we
I'm
put
gonna double check the list, but like I can see him being ahead of him from last year. If you just judge last year versus last year, I can see Jonathan Taylor ahead of him from last year.
I want to say we
But
said
let
Jonathan
me ask you
Taylor
this
already.
question.
If not, then he definitely could be ahead of him too.
I'm gonna double check. But somebody that may impact the way Saquon had ran and will run in the future, Lane Johnson. He said he believes this is last year. Do you agree, yay or nay? Or you think he will be back for another season after this one?
Nah, I think he done after this. Lane Johnson, I think Lane Johnson gonna be done. I mean, all his running mates that were on that offensive line when he came in, they came and went. So I think Lane Johnson gonna call it a year, pass the torch on to the new young guys that fully got in that offensive line room, and spend this year, of course, dominating as he has, but passing on the knowledge that also has.
All right. So this episode is called Hall of Fame Games. And we've seen the players that went in this year in the Hall of Fame. And I pretty much agree with everybody. I do believe Luke Kuechly is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but that's my own bias. But speaking of first ballot Hall of Famers, Mr. KB, who do you think will be a first ballot Hall of Famer next year out of the people that's on the list? So we got
Gronk,
AB.
Gronk and AP.
Okay. You say AB or
Yeah,
AP?
Gronk, AP.
Okay.
Yeah, Gronk and AP are. I think Gronk, AP, and Andrew Whitworth are first ballot.
No, I don't think Wick gonna get it.
Played with y'all too long.
He got enough. He got enough accolades
That's true.
for that
I say
tackle
he's.
position. You gotta have a few. You gotta have
Amara, that come for playing
some
with them
hardwood
too
behind
long.
Yeah, I ain't throw that second one.
Uh,
I said, see, I ain't throw the second one. I threw the first
yeah.
shot. I ain't throw the
Now,
second
I
one.
just
See, you
now
did
mean
that.
you out there too, and I'm with you in the field, baby. But I got Adrian
But
Peterson. You know what I mean, my favorite back, and I
I mean, I
believe the
got
best
three
running back.
guys on the list, and ain't none of them getting in
Oh,
there first
where
ballot.
this my foot?
Oh no, no,
Oh yeah, you do.
like you said, I got eight. You got I got AP and Gronk. I said I got three guys on the list, and ain't none of them getting in first ballot on my watch. Apparently,
The only thing is, it's gonna be crazy because it ain't just you on the ballot; it's everybody else that didn't make it thus far, plus you. So now they looking at those players and those coaches plus you. It's crazy. Belichick back up again. Like you say, you got Gronk. I think Gronk is a top three tight end all time. So that deserves first ballot. Adrian Peterson is my favorite running back. So I believe those two will get in. But it's one person that I believe that should get in. And I'm gonna ask you in particular, Mr. Amari, before we get to the next topic.
Big Ben.
Antonio Brown. He's eligible next year. He should get in. But what you think about his Hall of Fame credentials, period?
I feel like if I feel like Big Ben would get in before he do, but I mean, I think AB could get in, but if they continue to value your off the field antics as much as more than they do your on the field accolades, then maybe not. Or even more so, if they deem how he left reason as to why I don't think he'll end up getting in first ballot. So I don't know. There are a lot of things concerning AB that could keep him out more than that could elevate him in.
No, I'm right there with you, Mr. Murray. I think that he's gonna be a tough one. Deserve it, but through all the shenanigans and how he left the NFL, like even the fact that when he left the NFL, he still probably had two more good productive years in him that he could have still played, but nobody picked up the phone because of the way that he left. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. But with that being said, we're gonna get to our next topic. So in other news with Mr. KD. So we're gonna start here with Mr. KD with Don Nelson, the legendary coach that just passed. We're gonna do it like a career recap, his whole history, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna start with you. What you got to say about Don Nelson? Then I'll chime in later.
coach, historic piece in basketball culture. Um, Successful in every route he took throughout basketball. As a coach, he was successful. Second winningest coach of all time, as you mentioned, until Pop came and surpassed him. Three-time coach of the year with two different teams, I believe. Three different teams, but I mean two different teams, but three different rosters. He was with the Warriors on two different occasions. Um, yeah, and then to be a winner as a player as well with a 14-year career. He won five championships out of it. So basketball lost a notable and big piece in the history of everything. Well respected throughout playing and coaching, just leading to automatic success, building different rosters in different ways, and still able to win with them, and translating his coaching uh, prowess to different players that he's had. Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, Steph Curry from his rookie year. And I'm missing other players. He's played with some Hall of Fame guys for sure. And yeah, so
Nah, yeah,
yeah,
because
big,
he,
big.
he coached the most Hall of Fame players. I want to say it's 13 right now, and Steph gonna make like 14 or something to that effect. And to your point, run TMC all three. Hardaway, Mitch Richmond. You said what now? What was that?
Say what? I said
You had kind of
basketball is
paused a
born
little
in the
bit.
great right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Run TMC early '90s had the West on lock, had the Oakland running crazy like that running gun. Then he did it again with Dirk and them. And truth be told, he's almost the innovator of this modern day basketball. What we seeing going on right now, this is what he was doing in the '90s, late '80s. Like he was been doing that stretch fours and shooting threes and 7 seconds or less and get to the hole. And you know what I mean? Like part of the problem wasn't no defense, which means he probably would play well in today's NBA. But a lot of the things that he implemented, and a lot of the things that he did is the things we see now with a little more shooting, space and pace, but he did more running gun. The Nash resurgence when Nash came to him, when Dirk and Nash went in Dallas, because people don't remember that Nash was borderline a bust until he got to Dallas, and then he went back to Phoenix. Nash was not a Hall of Fame point guard, and the guy that we think of and we see now, it was under Don Nelson tutelage. That way of playing was kind of taboo. But Don Nelson took the rings off him, let him play anyway. And then you said something about Steph Curry. Steph Curry said that the only reason he got drafted to Golden State was because of Don Nelson, because Don Nelson seen the way that he coached inside of Steph Curry, meaning he played the way that he wanted. He coached that way, which we're going to get to that in a second about Steph Curry and the way that he coached and the lineage of the Warriors. So I think that they more than the great, but not only that, they more than the innovative. I think he really innovated a lot of the things that we see now in today's modern NBA. So he lived a full life. I think he was 86 years old. I wish him and the Nelson family nothing but the best. But with that being said, we're going to get to our next topic. All right. Can Ben Simmons make a comeback? He said he want to get back in the NBA, Mr. KD. He working out. He looking like he's in the best shape of his life. I don't know how his mental is doing, but can Ben Simmons make a comeback?
Yeah, it's always a spot for a 6'8" point guard, especially with the defensive capabilities that he has. But it's all about what he does with the opportunity. So I think there's opportunities out there for Ben. Teams are interested. It's all about once he gets there, what will he do to capitalize on the opportunity? Because it might be his last one.
Yeah. If I'm any team that's looking forward to signing him, I need to know that he's been to a sports therapist. I'm talking about like a mental sports therapist. And if not, he need to sit down with him for a year or two or so, because nothing really happened in his career, but it's mental, but he had a mental block. Literally, he was playing fine and then got criticized. And ever since then, he went downhill. He's still relatively young. He still got the skills he got, everything. He never was a shooter, so nobody asked him to do that. The fact that he couldn't still be the player that he was shows a straight mental block. So that's the biggest thing I would be concerned about if I was thinking about signing him. Who is the doctor that you spoke to? How long? And what is they saying about it? And what are you doing now that's different than what you was doing Philadelphia and Akron?
If he sit out
So
2
that's the
years, he'll
thing,
be
right?
32.
You said what?
He can't afford to sit. He's 30 years old. He can't afford to sit out no 2 years and still think he's gonna come back with an opportunity. That means he'll be
Yeah,
playing
that's why I
basketball
hope
for
that.
3 years.
Nah, not 3 years. Who would Clippers? What, 2 years ago? If you don't play this
Yeah,
year, I
you
think that'd
said
be the
you want
third
him to
year.
sit down. You said you want him to sit down for 2
So I
years
said, hopefully
with a
that
mental.
he like if
You
he
said
haven't. I'm saying I would sign him if he haven't. If he haven't been with a therapist for at least the last year or two, there's no way I can sign him on my team. I can't trust you because there's nothing like you didn't have an injury and then you fell off. You had a mental block and you fell off. And that's all between the ears. If you ain't got that correct, what good is you? That was
it's
all
called
between the
taking a
ears. There was
chance.
nothing else. You said what?
They'll take a chance. It's called taking a chance. Ain't no chances guaranteed.
No. Ain't no chances guaranteed, but some chances are better than others. Like somebody that actually went through the process of trying to be better mentally when that was their problem. So, for instance, if you had an injury and never went to go see the doctor, and the other player had an injury, he went to go see the doctor. I'm gonna take the player that went to go see the doctor. You talking about I did home medicine? Okay, I'm not signing you. But speaking of somebody who hopefully for his sake, but speaking of somebody who else may need to see a basketball therapist, ex-Warrior and NBA player Monte Ellis said that he would have won the same ring that Steph won if they would have traded Steph for what's the big boy, Andrew Bogut, versus him for Andrew Bogut. What's your thoughts about this?
They played different games. Monte Ellis was a go-to scorer, needed the ball in his hands. Steph was a system scorer. He could play within the system and build a system around him. His shooting prowess we've never seen nothing like it, so I'm not sure Monte Ellis could have matched that clip. And then what came after the Steph rise with the getting Klay Thompson, if Monte Ellis did, we might not get a Klay Thompson, or we might not get a Kevin Durant. So it's too many other things that trickled afterwards that would tie into the hypothetical success matchup between the two in the same situations. But I don't think there's no truth to it. We've never seen a Steph Curry before, so I can't just plug this player here and just imagine that all the success would still translate.
Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give him all that. I'm going to give him Klay, and I'm going to give him KD. Meaning the same scenario. I'm talking about plays out the same exact way. He may not even win well when you get Kevin Durant. They may win a ring as he's the number 2. But to your point, he's not the shooter. He's not the creator. He didn't play smart per se. He was like a bull in a china shop. He played with his head down, drive to the hole, jump into 2-3 defenders. If he make it, he make it. He miss it, he miss it. Shot 30% from the 3-point line. Wasn't a shooter. Wasn't a great mid-range shooter. And this is the other part of it.
He was a great mid-range shooter.
No, he was not a great. He can hit the mid-range, but he was not a great mid-range shooter. I'm going to look up his mid-range.
Monte Ellis led Warriors don't beat KD, Russ, and James Harden to force KD to go there in the first place. They don't win that.
No, I agree with
win that series.
Mid-range down.
I agree with you, but this is my biggest thing about all of this. He act like when he got traded, he was out the league. You still played with the Bucks and other teams after that. We seen you. We seen how productive you were, how great you were. Like, we seen your abilities still. Like, you're not playing with the Warriors.
He's trying to say he's not playing with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond. That's what he's saying. He's saying if you swap, I don't remember. I didn't hear the part of him saying.
Yeah. That's what. He's saying what you just said.
I heard him just say. Yeah, I heard him just say if you swap me and Steph, we get the same success. So that's what he's talking about.
And the reason I said the Bogut part. Only reason I said the Bogut part is because he got traded because they both was on the same team and he got traded for Bogut. So what I'm doing is I'm basically giving him the exact same scenario with.
He just said swap. I think he's talking about the ideal Warriors years. If you swap me with him, I don't think he's talking about the whole, because we saw them play together, and like everybody witnessed, one of them had to go because his game stood in the way of Steph's game. So if your game stood in the way of Steph's game, that means it's not going to translate smoothly with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond, et cetera, et cetera. So I think he just was saying the rosters they had. He didn't really put the on-the-court play into it heavily. But Monte Ellis was a dog. Let me clear that up too. Coming out of high school.
Straight out of high school.
At that size. He could put, that's why I totally disagree with you talking about he wasn't a mid-range shooter. He was a 3-level scorer. Now, the 3 wasn't his strong shot, but he could hit it. But mid-range floater, finishing in the paint, that was Monte.
No, floater in the paint. No, floater in the paint. So if I say Tony Parker is not a mid-range shooter, what you say?
You wrong again?
Okay, so then that's what we different at the perspective, because I equate him to more Tony Parker type style, that in the paint, somebody that's like 6'2", but you be like, dang, this dude can score 15 points in the paint, which is a lot for a guard, like per game, or 10 points per game in the paint, where you actually been scoring the trees.
No,
so
I get his
that's kind of how I see.
I didn't argue that.
No,
I didn't argue his paint scoring. I'm
I'm
just saying he
saying,
was a mid-range assassin.
I'm saying that he wasn't that good of a mid-range shooter. Was he horrible? No. Can he hit it? Yes, but I just ain't looking at him a mid-range assassin. Even if I give you the mid-range, my biggest thing about it is your gravitational pull is not like a Steph. When Steph runs to the corner, three different players' eyes are on him, which allow back cut screens and a whole bunch of other things. So
But
that's my
Steph's
whole
real
thing. And
value was the fact that he raises the whole defense. Steph can pull from after he
yeah,
steps across half court, so that moves the whole
yeah,
defense up.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying you can't compare nobody to somebody we've never seen. Like Steph there's no one you can compare to Steph. The closest thing you probably bring up is Dame, but even then, there's still so many different uh variants between the two of them. Now you know what
And,
I heard that on Nightcap. That might be an interesting one.
but
Yeah, I heard
Swapping
that on a
Dame and
Nightcap
stuff.
clip. Now
if
Dame
you
and Steph
swap
swap,
down, okay, on the future podcast, you may speak
but
about that.
I still stand firm that you can't swap nobody with Steph.
But nah, I get your point. They play more similar. That's why when I heard, I was like,
Oh,
okay,
my
he
point.
got a new podcast.
Oh, it was on Monte's podcast.
Yeah. That's how you get traction. You got to say something crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
But
think he probably
speaking,
believes that though.
no, I know he believes it. I know
Yeah,
when you got the audacity to come out of high school and you average 50 points in high school, there ain't too much you don't believe you can't do, especially on the court. It ain't too much,
exactly.
and ain't nobody gonna tell you different. Because it was people telling you that you couldn't get out of high school and go straight to the league, but you did it. So I'm not gonna knock you, sir. I may disagree with you. But speaking of something crazy, this messy Kawhi Leonard investigation. What's your update with this, Mr. KD? What you been hearing about my boy, man?
I need you to update me. Well, let me hear your insight. This is your guy. What you been hearing? Because I'm not
Man,
understanding
so
why this hasn't been settled already.
what you mean settled?
Either he did it or he didn't.
Yeah,
Either he
it's kind of
going or he
Well,
not.
no, well, it ain't that is if he did it or if he didn't per se right now. The way it's looking like different teams, not different teams, but different companies. Like one of them, they did the jumbotron, whatever. They supposedly had an inside contract with him and all that, and you can't circumvent the CBA. So if you can get 50 million, you can get 50 million. But you can't come to the Clippers get 50 million and then I set you up with 15 different sponsors to get you $25 more million. So that's the thing. So he got multiple off-court endorsements who are basically getting paid under the table. Just like somebody that cut grass that don't pay their taxes. They
he's
just
on
get paid under the
contracts.
table. Huh?
Go under the table. If y'all didn't see what was going on, that's on y'all not paying attention. These are all contracts.
Yeah, but they're illegal contracts under the CBA. You can't just get the contract with the team and so they built a new stadium and then what's it called Daptronics, I believe that's the name of the company that built the jumbotron for them. They basically had him as an endorser and he did no endorsements. So like you're not even doing what you was quote unquote on a contract. Basically what you're doing is if you come to the Clippers, I'm building a new stadium, I'm hook you up with this person that's doing this person doing this, and I can get you other things. Like they say he was asking for like a jet and a whole bunch of litany of different things. Yeah, they say he was asking for like a jet and a whole bunch of litany of things. And what really happened was, what the problem was, they went to the Lakers first. And they were asking for a lot of these things with the Lakers. And Jenny Buss was like, I can't do that. Then you go to the Clippers. You know she about to snitch.
Steve Ballmer said, you sure can. Go ahead.
See, he the richest owner in the league. So any fines, anything, his reach is know what I mean? So I think they say it's been 12 month probe, funneled $50 million off the book payment to Leonard to bypass the league salary restrictions. $50 million, which means basically he probably made more off the court than he did on the court.
Yeah.
And he only played half the time.
See, stop tying other things into this business. This contract was not made depending on how many games I played and all of that. Don't tie other things into it. Let's talk about what's in front of us here.
And so
These were
he
all
ain't do
contracts.
them events. He ain't do no sponsored
These
events.
were all contracts. I honored what I was supposed to honor. Let's go. I'm supposed to be in Toronto by now.
No,
Y'all
the
holding me
point,
up.
Mr. KD, you ain't honor nothing. If they hire you to do they hire you to go build a house and they come back 6 months from later, it's an empty lot, and you done ran off with the money. You can't be like, oh, we had a contract, you're gonna give me $20 million to build a house. They looking like, where the house at, bro? They hired
I
them
thought
to
he was
do
just a
different.
good.
So because
They
he
hired them to
didn't
do different
play in a lot
endorsement.
of the games for the Clippers, they mad?
No, I said that being funny. I just said that about not playing with the Clippers to being funny. I'm speaking about the Aspiration deal, the Daktronics deal, all these different companies. They paid him up to $50 million, and he didn't do any endorsements. So basically, all he did was he got paid to be an endorser, didn't endorse anything, but they paid him. So they paid him as a way to say that instead of making $50 million sale with the Clippers, I can get you 50 here and 50 there,
Right, but
and
from
you could
what
be
I
$100
read, there
million
wasn't
man.
no obligations with it. Like he didn't have to publicly endorse. I didn't hear that. What obligations are you
So
saying
right
he
here,
didn't fulfill?
I'm reading right now from the report. The probe begins after reports emerged that Leonard signed a 4-year, $28 million endorsement contract with Aspiration, a green financial service. The company was financially backed by the Clippers owner Steve Ballmer and a minority owner Dennis Wong. Investors are treating this as a potential no-show job, as former employees claim Leonard never publicly promoted or performed any duties of the firm. Ballmer denies any wrongdoing, asserting that he was defrauded by the company and co-founder. So Ballmer said, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. So you got $28 million to do nothing because the owners are part of the company.
But this
It's
is
just
my
another way
this
me.
is my question though, because earlier you said you can't go against the CBA. So if he would have publicly endorsed them, wouldn't that be admitting to violating? Wouldn't that be counterproductive?
But that's the catch-22 of it, Mr. KD. But that's kind of the point though. So if you go out there and endorse them and people can link you into a company that your owner owns, then they say this is another way that your owner is paying you. They paying you this because he owns this company and they paying you this. So him going out there will make him look, it's just been a roach in the light. You're not doing it. Now you're
That's what
getting
I'm
paid for
saying.
no
I
show.
never heard there was no obligations. That's why this is my first time hearing about obligations. I thought, I didn't hear nothing about there was obligations made for him. Because clearly he can't fulfill those obligations. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think they just, like I said, I don't know enough inside information. I ain't going report for report. But I never heard about him not fulfilling any obligations. It was seen as a way to put some more money in his pocket as far as outside of the contract constructions that the NBA have. Now, if you would have put, he has to promote this in the contract, that automatically criminates you
Exposure.
and him.
Exactly. But Mr. KD,
That's
if
why
I
it don't make
don't put that in the
sense.
contract, how else can I sign you?
You could do it. Could be you don't have to be. You can be a quiet endorser. Like it could be certain things that they could. It don't say you have to be publicly advocating for this whatever brand. Because once they do that,
No,
Steve came with.
endorsement can mean that you post it online. Like a lot of
Right.
influencers, they get paid just to like they'll tweet something and then at the bottom of their tweet be whatever company they're endorsing. But he can't be attached to it. Then it'll lead
That's
back
my
to
point.
everything that's going on right now.
Right, and then
All
it's going to
right.
lead to Steve too.
And that's why
Directly.
Steve said, I've been fraud. Steve said, I've been fraud. I don't know what y'all talking about. I got a billion reasons why I ain't got nothing to do with this.
You know my
With that
slogan.
being said,
Get your
we're
money,
going to
man.
get to the game there. Huh?
Since you know my slogan, get your money, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's one thing they can't take from money. But I believe both of them need to sit down for a year. And Kawhi my favorite player. So for me to say that, you can't just go around willy nilly doing what you want to do.
Wait, Kawhi?
Kawhi,
Ain't Kawhi like 35?
Kawhi and who?
hey, but for
Ben
real,
Simmons?
you paid for it. That's what you get.
So Kawhi and who else supposed to sit
And
down?
Ben Simmons.
the owner.
Oh.
So Steve Ballmer was supposed to sit down for a year.
Yeah.
Tell him he
Yeah,
got to
you can be
forfeit. He
suspended.
got to forfeit all his earnings. He got to forfeit his earnings for the next season.
You can sit down too. Yeah, because you are collectively bargaining with the NBA. You're not independent. Now, if you want to do your own thing, you should stay the billionaire that you were and did whatever you was doing and tech
Well,
and all that.
I'm
And I
still
was
that
with
billionaire. I'm still that billionaire.
yeah. Yeah, we got rules here, which means you're gonna lock you out your own stadium. You can't come to the games, can't come to the practice. That's what all this. Yeah.
You heard what Steve said. It's fraud.
I've been defrauded. And he got good lawyers to prove that. So with that being said, the game everybody been waiting on. We doing 3 rounds, 82-0. We yet to get there. 81-1 was our best yet. But I believe we can get there now.
I didn't got it twice, Mark.
I just went 80-2 while we were sitting here talking.
I went 82-0 twice this bastard.
All right, spinning now. I got Orlando 2020s.
No.
Pablo Bencaro, Franz
Wagner. Paulo. It's no B in his name.
Paulo. His name. Franz Wagner, Desmond Bain.
Do the arrow.
Yeah. Do the arrow? Okay. I think this is going to be good for y'all because they first ever was with Shaq. 2000s. We got T-Mac, 28 points. Steve Francis, Rashard Lewis, and Dwight Howard.
I'll take T-Mac.
So Steve Francis, 19, Rashard Lewis, 18,
T-Mac.
and
Tracy McGrady.
You pin them at 2 or 3.
At
Two. Make sure you listen this time, man. Don't mess us up.
Confirm.
Confirm.
I said for him now, I'm saying confirm with everything to make sure y'all heard me. Atlanta 60s that been repeated often. Atlanta Hawks 60s.
Oh man, who the top people?
Still got your Bob Pettit there with 2016.
Nobody. I don't even want to switch teams for the 60s.
Bob Pettit. Oh, actually, we can switch teams.
Oh, Bob Pettit in there?
Yeah, Bob Pettit, 27 and 16.
Yeah,
what you mean, which? The 1960s. They got him at center and power forward, 27 and 16, 3 assists, blocks and steals, but not a stat.
I'll take Bob Pettit, put him at the 4.
Confirmed?
Yeah, because we can move him. Yeah. If need to.
Brooklyn 80s.
2010s.
Was basically
that's Bernard. Who was the 80s?
Right now we got Orlando Woodridge, 19, 5 and 3. Calvin Nat, Ray Williams, Roy Henson, Clifford Robinson.
Getting 19, 5 and 3.
Yeah, we're going to go and do that team.
Yeah, switch that team. Chicago.
All right, spinning for the team. Detroit 80s. This we still opening at point guard, small forward, and center. So
what's that? Isaiah Thomas.
You got Isaiah
Thomas, 23 and 9. Well, basically 10 assists, 9.8. Right. Bob Lanier and Bill Laimbeer had 15, 11. Bob Lanier had 27, 21, 10, 3 and 1.
Well, I already knew what he meant right there, Mark. Bill Laimbeer ain't never averaged 20 points.
Who?
Bill Laimbeer ain't never
averaged 20 points.
Bill
that's 15. That would do it off. And you still got Isaiah Thomas with 20 and 10.
You gotta go Isaiah.
You gotta go Isaiah. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no spins.
Hold on, you said Bob McAdoo at what?
Bob McAdoo, he can play center, power forward. He averaged 28 and 3. You got Isaiah Thomas for the point guard. He averaged 20 and 10. Bob Lanier.
28.
Bob Lanier at 21 and 10. You got some options.
Bob McAdoo or Isaiah.
Zeke.
He can only
All right.
Zeke at the 1.
I said confirm.
Yes.
Pacers 80.
Who?
The Indiana Pacers.
Pacers 80.
Chuck Persons is your number one scorer with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Points. We ain't got no spins. Yeah, I guess we're going with good luck, Chuck.
And this is baby Reggie. Miller, he's not even available, but he only averaged 13 points. So I got a small forward. I mean,
good luck, Chuck.
I always move T-Mac.
Oh wait, you can. Oh yeah, move T-Mac to the 3. And who would be our top? Who would be our top shooting guard?
All right.
Reggie with 13.
Johnny Davis, 15. Yeah, so you'd be better off with Chuck Person as your small forward because he averaged 19 points.
Yeah, like I said, give me good luck, Chuck.
Confirm?
Yes. We ain't got no choice.
Right. Y'all looking for a center, man. You might, if you get Kareem or you get Wilt.
You can get Wilt, and he's still winning 60 games.
Chicago 60s. Jim Washington. Never heard of this gentleman. 11. What I can do is move y'all power forward Pettit to center, and then y'all can get a center on Bob Boozer. He averaged 20 points.
Okay, do that. Look at IT making good adjustments this time.
68-14 A Dynasty.
Okay.
You can do it 2 more times. It's better than last week because y'all was stuck at 66 last week.
Because you kept messing us up.
Yeah, that's why we got the confirm rule now. I take responsibility for that. Now, it's something that y'all love to hear, but it may be bittersweet. Cleveland 2020.
Oh,
Spin it.
He said something we love to hear. LeBron
Yeah,
era.
Spin it.
Spin that era.
Confirm era.
LeBron. Yes, we need Bron. I swear he about to give us 80s. Watch. He about to give us 80s.
Spin it.
Cleveland 90s.
Spin the team. Now we need Chicago.
Spin the teams. Confirm.
Because now we need Chicago. Honestly, we can get anybody.
Boston 90s. Larry Bird with 21 points. 19 points.
Okay.
I'll take late Larry.
You can put him in small forward.
I'll put him at
and Larry Bird.
I don't want him to move too much with that back. So we
put him at the 4.
No, I said so. You want to put him at power forward?
Mm-hmm. I want him to spin off the elbows, hit that little turnaround.
All right.
We use team and era. First one.
Brooklyn 70s. You got Bernard King with 23, 8, and 3.
Give me Bernard at the 3. That's all he can play.
Yes, sir. Confirm.
Got no choice.
Watch our center. Our center coming right now. Watch this.
We're about to give us Moses Malone.
This is Shaq. I feel like it's Shaq.
Always get
Golden State 60s. You got Wilt Chamberlain with 41.
Wilt, 41. Wilt.
I knew the center was coming. I just had the wrong one.
You called it.
All right, so we got 3 through 5 already.
20. Yeah.
We got
Chicago
3 through 5.
Chicago 80s.
This 82 and 0 right
Michael.
here. This 82 and 0
Michael
right here.
Jeffrey Jordan, 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 6
I
assists.
don't care.
This
Michael.
is a 82 and 0 right here.
Give
Give me
me one
Steph.
more piece.
Give me
Give me
Steph.
Oscar Robinson. Let me
Give
get
me
Oscar
Steph.
Robinson.
Give me 2020 Steph.
What positions we got left?
The
Point
Washington
and shooting
Bullets,
guard. Oh no,
1990s.
point.
We can go Rob Strickland or we can go
Oh, we
Robert
can
Pat.
move.
Robert
No,
Pat
no, 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 no. What positions we got?
Point. We got
Where
only
did we
got
put
5.
LeBron? Where did we put LeBron?
We ain't get LeBron.
You never got LeBron.
I'm not my fault. Where did we put Jordan?
Remember,
2?
Yeah.
I want
Jordan was
LeBron
a 2
so
or
bad.
3, but you got the 19 at 3.
Yeah, bro, we got Cleveland too early.
So, sorry, we didn't get LeBron. We got
You
Wilt.
said who?
So what positions we got? Point guard and what?
It's just point guard. We
Point
taking
guard.
the
You
point
got
guard right now.
Bob.
We and honestly,
This our last one?
point guard just blew the 82 and 0.
Yes, sir.
Golly.
Like the rest
Watch.
of y'all think stat. Will,
We
Mike,
about to be
Deacon,
78 and
Warlick,
4.
And who we got for point guard?
Robert
Somebody.
Pat, who was a combo guy with explosive dunking ability, or Rob Strickland. Robert Pat, 18
Are you
points.
trying to sell me on somebody that's not going to get me 82 and 0?
We can go Rod and see where we go.
No, I'm about to tell you, he 18 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and Rob Strickland 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Well, I would say take the first dude and
Oh, we gotta take Strickland, man.
Strickland. All right, take Strickland. We about to be
Rod.
We about to be
Hot
80
Rod.
and 2. 80 and
Hot
2.
Rod. Larry Bird might carry us over.
Larry Bird, Jordan, and Wilt. I mean, that's.
Don't forget him.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Congratulations. 82 and 0. 82 and 0. Rob Strickland, Michael Jordan, Bob King, Larry Bird, and Wilt Chamberlain. 82 and 0. S perfect, 113.4 points. Yeah. Yeah, the build perfect too. That's perfect though.
We got Jordan and Wilt.
Bernard, Mike at the 2.
Larry and Bernard King.
Come on, don't we got another team?
Rob Strickland is
we got another
back to back. We're going back to back.
What? You about to?
You don't want to tell me how to dribble. I'm already spinning. I got the Pacers 2020. Your team, Mr. Amari. We got Siakam.
It's Siakam. Siakam, the top person actually.
Spin it.
Yeah, he got 20.
Spin the team.
Spin the team. Golden State.
Wemby.
Give me Golden State. Give me Los Angeles.
Give me the
Lakers.
Confirm.
Give me the.
Confirm.
Yes. Confirm. Spin.
All right.
Yeah. Give me the Lakers.
Hey, look how God worked. Y'all got Toronto 2020, and Pascal Siakam is the #1 player there.
Well, we got Kawhi. No, that ain't. That is right?
No, it was 2019. Yeah, give me. I mean, we could have.
#1, England #2.
We should have took Siakam in the Pacers. He scored more. Give me Siakam. Take Siakam.
He ain't win though. Man won in Toronto.
You're right. He went to the fact that he went to the chip twice.
2 different teams.
Toronto and Indiana.
OKC 70s. OKC 70s was basically the Supersonics.
Why couldn't you just say? Why couldn't you?
I'm spending everything. That's all you got left.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
SGA, and we ain't got no hope.
We need to get 2010s.
Kevin Durant. Yeah,
we need to get 2010s, or we need to get the 2020s.
Confirm.
Yeah. Unless we get the 90s, we get Ray Allen.
You get OKC 80s, which is the Supersonics. You got Dale Ellis, small forward shooting guard with 26 points. Gus Williams and Xavier McDaniels. They call him the X-Man back in the 80s. Dale, 26 points. Gus, 21 points.
It's ain't looking good. It's not looking good.
This is
the half last after last pick, but we got 82-0 though. We not.
No.
I mean, you want to go 40. We did 82 for this episode.
Yeah, we gotta do another one. I don't even like this. We about to go from 82-0 to 50-32 the next season. I don't like this.
Nah, Derek Ellis is a baller.
All right,
26, 4, and yeah.
give us that guy. You said
Yeah.
what? Gabe Ellis?
All right.
We got Pascal and Dave Ellis as our first two.
Yeah, it's not a good spin.
Phoenix 20. Phoenix 2010. We got Amari Stoudemire with 23 and 9. Devin Booker with 21 and 4. Eric Bledsoe with 18. Jason Richardson with 16.
Give me Mars tomorrow. Nah. Do we take Amari right here or do we hope for a better big? Well, we ain't got no respins. We can't even trigger a better big. So yeah, give me
I
Amari.
mean, but you can put Devin Booker at your point guard or your two. You got a point guard that average 21 points if you want to. That's up to you. Not many assists, only 4 assists.
Because he ain't no point guard.
Give me Book
I
at the
know, but
two.
but he got the ability to play point too.
I mean, doesn't any guard?
No, he played point for him under Monty, but that was after Chris Paul left, he played point. But we saw how that turned out.
Bad turnovers.
Yeah, luckily
So
they ain't
do
counting
we
the.
take Book or do we take Stoudemire?
We just take his L.
I mean, that's true. All right.
You got to make a pick.
It's crazy that neither one of them have an L in their
I
name.
lost after no longer pick for y'all.
Give me bro.
Let me start him at 5 since Amari don't want to pick it.
All right, confirm.
It's like he can only play the 5 because we got 3 through 5 picked up now.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of guards we're gonna have to go get.
I need Luca.
I need Oscar Robertson.
Y'all gonna find one right here. Chicago, 1990s.
I'll take that. Jordan.
Now, Michael Jordan ain't 1980s Jordan. He ain't averaging
This is
32 points. He
he
averaging
averaging
28,
32.
right? It was 28, wasn't it?
He averaging 30 points. It was 32 last time. Now it's 30.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's such a drop
I
off.
ain't gonna lie. We really wasting Jordan. We wasting Jordan right now with this span.
I mean, you feel that way, go pick up BJ Armstrong with your point guard with 10 points and 4 assists, 3.5 assists.
Steve
Not bad.
Kerr. We go get Steve Kerr.
No, I would gladly take Michael Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Jordan.
with 8 points, 2 assists. I wouldn't even select that. Not on this phone.
That's a quiet 8 though. That 8 gonna bite you.
Yeah, really fight. Yeah,
We
that's
need
a
a coach on
coach's
the
8.
court. We need a coach on the
Yeah.
court.
All right, so you got Michael Jordan confirmed.
Yep.
Last but not least, we're looking for a point guard to finish this off. I think this is going to be a 70. I think we can get up to 70, especially with this one. Kid, you're going to love it.
Luca.
2020. We can go Luca. We can go LeBron. We can go Russell. We can go D'Angelo Russell.
Hold on. What'd you say? What team?
Lakers 2020.
I said
So we
Lakers
got
2020.
Luca the highest.
We can
Luca's
go
the highest.
Luca, LeBron, Russell Westbrook, D'Angelo
Come
Russell.
on.
LeBron.
I'm Luca.
Luca give you better stats. Luca get you 38 and 8. LeBron get you 26, 8 and 7. You got to remember, this is a stats game. The more stats you got, the better it is. What you say, Mr. Myra? That's your teammate. I got to agree to it. Gonna be a little.
I'm Team Luca right now. I'm
LeBron.
trying to
I'm
get the
Team Luca
highest score
too.
we can.
Too bad Joe opinion don't count, IT.
This how you get your team to 70 wins.
LeBron. It's the chance to see LeBron and Jordan on the same team. We can't pass that up.
Hey, nah, that's a hell of a win
Nobody
too.
ever asked. Nobody ever asked to see
LeBron.
Luka and Jordan on the same team. Nobody's ever asked.
Yeah, they want to see Luca and Dirk, and that happened.
LeBron.
Yeah. All right, LeBron James at the point.
And he at point. Come on now. We might should have.
I think I would have been 66 and 6.
Like I said, we would have did a lot better if we had Luca. We'd have won like 3 extra games.
Yep, still ain't 82. But LeBron was on the team with Jordan
and didn't even get 70 wins.
They won a championship though. I guarantee you that. Who was all the players? Nah, they might not have. Nah, they might not
Pascal
have.
Siakam.
Starting line? Nah, maybe not.
Pascal Siakam, Amari Stoudemire. Yeah, nah. That was heavy front court dominant. They kept the ball.
LeBron and Jordan averaged 40.
All right. So we're gonna get to our beast in the East. We've been going through the whole NFL. We went from the South to the West to the North. Now we're going to the best, which is the East. The NFC East versus the AFC East. We're gonna go through the teams, rank them, and then combine and see who got the better division. It's on you, Mr. KD.
Me? Okay. The best rank in the NFC East for me personally, and I think me and Amari going to disagree. I got the Giants is first, Dallas second, Philly third, Washington fourth.
I got Dallas first, Philly second, Giants third, Washington fourth.
I can understand that. I just think the Giants is about to surprise some people.
I mean,
Now they
I
wide
believe
receiver
you.
position worries me. I will say that. Their wide receiver
Yeah,
position worries
when
me.
your number two is guaranteed to likely be Odell.
They worry me at the matter of fact, I say all their offensive weapons. But I think the
All
defense
the
is going to
offensive
be
weapons are
so
question marks.
right. You know
Their
what? I
defense
just
is supposed
changed.
to have been good for a while.
I just changed my order right here on live. Yeah, right here. But yeah, I gotta switch it. I put them second though, but now I put Dallas first.
With the AFC, I got Buffalo, New England, Miami, and then the Jets.
We was almost
I got the
met.
Jets still being the
I,
Jets.
I got the Jets being third. They spent a lot of money this offseason.
They did spend a lot of money. You know what? I should put more faith in the people that they got. I don't think Demario Davis is going to allow that defensive unit to be trash again.
That's a good point.
But
But you
I
think
still got
Geno
the Jets.
Smith might let them be
I got the
trash?
Jets being the Jets. That's all I got to say about that. And what's your ranking for that one?
No,
You said you had.
I got the Jets third though. I got Buffalo, New England, Jets, Dolphins.
I can
I think
understand
the
that one
Dolphins are
too.
going to stink this year on purpose. Like I think they're planning to have this bad
They
year.
planning to try to get Arch Manning down there in or Dante Moore
Hey,
down in
look.
Miami.
So, Mr. Amari, the reports is coming out that the quarterback is looking better than they even expected, which means to me that they expected him to look bad and they signed him for that reason that y'all speaking of. But they saying he's actually being productive down there. So I don't know if they plan gonna work out the way they see fit. But I want you to answer that part. And then the second part is we're gonna rank them against each other. The NFC versus the AFC. Who's superior? You know who I'm going with, but it's on y'all. Start with you, Mr. Amari.
Um, well, with him looking good in camp, I mean, new head coach for the Miami Dolphins, Jeff Hafley, he told Devon Achane, he said there's gonna be some games that he has to carry him off the field because he's expecting him to carry such a big workload next season. So like you said, I guess they really weren't expecting for Malik Willis to actually show some type of progression and be better than what he was, but he's truly stepped up to the plate and now being labeled the starting quarterback going for the Miami Dolphins. But if you had to ask me, I actually got the NFC East over y'all. I think the Giants got having three good teams or decently good teams beats the fact that y'all only got two.
Yeah, I got to go to the NFCs because if I rank it the fourth for the fourth, Washington is not a
They're
horrible
not
team.
bad.
They just we don't look at them as good as the other three teams in the division. Washington in the AFC East would
You
be a
say
contender
they
for the
worse and
strap.
as bad as our worst.
Right. And y'all worst started number 3. So y'all 3 and 4 is horrible.
We coming off a Super Bowl, man. A Super Bowl
No,
appearance.
you're not. You're not. The Patriots are.
No, the AFC East. The AFC East.
No,
I'm
the
speaking as the
Patriots
AFC
are.
East.
No. The Patriots are coming
What's
off the
the
Super Bowl.
AFC East representative?
Right.
New York got a new coach. Dallas You won't know they had a new coach last year. They coming off a rebuilding. We don't really know what they are. JD5 was injured prone last year. They wasn't that good. Philly, they lost AJ Brown. I mean, what we really talking about here?
Yeah, you talking about all the changes that happened on that side. The problem is the Jets and the Dolphins stayed the same.
They still trash. Like I just said, the
You
Jets
know,
gonna be the
Bottom
Jets.
dwellers.
I
The
ain't missing the
Jets
AFC
are
East,
the
Mr.
Jets and
Myra.
the
I kept
the
that.
Jets and the
My argument
Browns
was
are.
strictly about the NFC. But realistically, me and Mr. Myra were talking earlier, and we got the Giants between 7, 8, 9-ish wins. So it's like they mid-tier teams is still better than not mid-tier teams. That's why when you said that, Mr. KD, that's a great point. Because Washington will be better than whatever bottom team we have, if it's the Jets or Miami. Those teams will win 2 or 3 games,
Or both.
while Washington, even if they're a team, will win 6 games at minimum. So, with that being said, and I'm gonna start with you. So we're gonna do Mr. KD, Mr. Marvin, and I go third. It's gonna be our I pick 6, one-time heavyweight champion in wrestling. So that means any whatever, but it gotta be a heavyweight belt. So the champions that only had a belt one time. I'm starting with you, Mr. KD, then Mr. Marvin, then me. This is our pick 6 championship.
So the heavyweight
Draft.
belt, not the WWE championship, but heavyweight belt.
No, he's saying the top belt. WWE Championship.
They're the same thing. They're synonymous.
They're not the
They're
same thing.
synonymous.
They're not
They're
the
not
same
the
thing.
same.
Those are 2 different
They're
belts.
synonymous. That's why I said the
How?
top belt. You heavyweight champion, they're the same thing. But I ain't saying intercontinental belt or the X division belt, all those other ones. So you the WWE champion or you the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, same thing.
No, but see, the only difference is WWE had 2 top belts. Everybody else just got 1. WWE has 2
Yeah, and
top
that's why I'm
belts.
allowing that. That's why I said that it's allowable. Like if you go WWE champion and he's
But
a
you calling
one-time
it the
WWE
same
champion,
thing.
but he's not a WWE.
Same thing. Same. Like just like you got undisputed championship.
What? About what? I'm saying I'm allowing it for this argument.
I'm going with Jericho. First ever undisputed champion. Never made it back to the top.
Said who?
Chris Jericho.
Usually I always get him, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, like you just stole my pick." Now I see how it feels.
I was surprised that he didn't win it again. That threw me off. I thought his long career, like, of course, he won the top championship in other places he went, but that championship he's only held once.
Eddie Guerrero.
That's the number 2. Yeah, it was between one of the 2. Which one was you gonna pick? And that's what it came down to.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Well,
You just said Eddie.
that just lets me know you weren't paying attention.
You said Eddie. I was looking at my notes. I ain't gonna lie to you. That what you said?
Yeah, it's
Oh, my bad.
You ain't there.
I'm gonna go with Kanye.
Well, okay. Mm-hmm.
Kane what? Kane
Heavyweight champion. Kane,
Once?
the wrestler.
He didn't win the
heavyweight
top
champion.
championship once.
Yeah, in 2002.
He won it again when he beat Rey Mysterio and Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he cashed in for it.
I'm gonna double check, but as I got it right now,
And Kane was
see,
a
and that's why I
champion.
think
Rey Mysterio was fighting Jack Swagger and won the match because Kane came out there, and then Kane cashed it in and beat him for the world heavyweight title. I remember that vividly.
And he won the top championship earlier than when he was feuding with Undertaker too.
We should disqualify picks. He should
well,
be able
don't
to go
worry
back.
about it. Then I go Dusty Rhodes because I got names like y'all keep going. I go Dusty Rhodes, NWA champion, world title, the American Dream.
I can't even argue that one. I don't know what happened back then. They was holding the belt so long, and he kept losing every time he got into a championship match.
Rey Mysterio.
That's a great one. It's a great one. Uh, Cody Rhodes,
Mm,
and JBL.
mm. Okay. Okay.
He had one of the longest runs. He was a SmackDown legend. Came out there with
Wrestling God.
yeah. When he switched from the APA to that JBL, that money man, yeah, it was different. It's on you, Mr. Myron.
Andre the Giant.
They
He a
say he was
one-time
one of,
champion.
and they said his was like short lived on it.
Yeah, he had a short champ. He was short champion too.
Hogan kept kicking. Hogan.
He showed him who the real American was, man.
All right, I'm gonna go Mick Foley,
Mick Foley,
1999.
bang bang.
Yeah. And Dean Ambrose. He's popping up on this podcast a couple of times this week. I mean, this month.
Ready, alrighty. Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, that's a great pull.
um, see, I hate how his reign ended, but it was big. And that don't mean he deserved another one either. See, I got to think about that part. Yeah, I ain't going there. Maybe he'll be there later. I'm gonna go. Bray Wyatt.
That was one I was hoping that would be there later.
You got
Was
one
that
more,
your
right?
first or second one?
I gotta go back.
Yeah.
Oh, Swerve Strickland. One-time AEW champion. I liked his reign when he was on top. Had some good matches.
Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, he was on my list.
Mother Scudder. Mother Scudder. Boy, that was going there with you. But now I mean, since don't nobody want to pick my ain't you Jamaican? Kofi Kingston. I wasn't going that down. The ECW championship in '09.
What name you said? I didn't miss the name.
Tommy Dreamer.
Ah, okay. Iron Sheik.
Hmm. Last pick. Scott Steiner, WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
That's a great one. You got all six? I know I'm done with six. I'm scared these down.
Yeah, that was six. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
six.
I'm about to say, yeah, we should all have six. I'm in the middle.
Nobody
Yeah,
said
and
Finn
when you said
Balor.
Iron Sheik, this one thing I know.
Yeah,
Anything about him. When
nobody
doing all
said
these
Finn
races, you
Balor.
start to notice
You said what?
there's a lot of names that keep popping up. Like you'll see why the industry is what it is. Like it's certain people that's just no matter what category you start to link up or try to you just start speaking about the same people because the same 40, 50 people, I ain't said they made wrestling, but you'll see how pivotal they are to wrestling. It's the bigger point I'm getting at.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, nobody said
Yeah,
Mark
yeah,
Henry.
yeah, yeah.
Diesel, Kevin Nash.
Big E.
On the list.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
What about he had? Well, he was
He's a
Was
he's
it
a W
WWE or
he's a
TNA?
TNA heavyweight champion.
Seen every champion. He's only one time at the top.
Because
I
like
thought
they
he
had him
won
in
the
the X
WWE
division,
title
like he was
too.
small. You say Ring of Honor?
No, I said I thought he won the WWE title when he came too.
He did.
I want to say I thought he did,
He
but
might
I
have
mean
had a belt. I don't
that's
know
the
if it
one
was the
time.
top belt. He might have had a belt.
I'm pretty sure he
So
had like
before we get
every
to the
title
next time,
belt.
I want to ask y'all this question because y'all asked me about it. What is the top belt in WWE?
It's two
The
of them.
Well, I says two of them in WWE.
It's the
You know
World
what I'm
Heavyweight
saying?
Championship and it's the Undisputed Championship, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
I said they was equivalent, and y'all told me they wasn't equivalent. So I'm saying which one is the number one?
No, you said they were the same thing. That's why I said
I
they're
said
not the
equivalent,
same
equal.
thing. Yeah, they are equal to. You know, you
So
initially said they're the same thing.
I know they different belts, one on SmackDown, one on Raw, technically, but I'm saying I'm basically saying the same thing, meaning they both of them was the top belt. That's my whole point was.
Right.
I
They
was
are both
curious
the top
that
belts.
did one be more prestige than the other one?
Depending on who holding it.
yeah.
Any belt that Roman Reigns holding is the top belt.
I already knew what you were about to say. That's why I didn't even want to hear the answer. But with that being said, speaking of top teams that won championships, this is our all-time draft versus the Broncos versus the Giants. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Amari. You got the Broncos. Mr. KD got the Giants. You get one quarterback, two running backs, three wide receivers, one tight end, one lineman, two defensive players, and an X factor. An X factor is anybody besides a quarterback. It's on you, Mr. Amari. Who's your quarterback?
Hey,
John
yo,
Elway.
Sean, you Mr. Kingston.
I
What was that? What did you
got
say?
John Elway.
Oh, I thought you said something crazy. Okay, all right.
No, I
I
got
just singing
John
a random
Elway.
song. A random song.
Who your quarterback, Mr. KD?
I don't have too many choices. I lose this segment every time. I just think it's just Eli
You won
Manning.
last week, man. Keep-
Eli Manning.
Running back, I
Mr.
got
Two Time.
running back. I got Terrell Davis and Floyd Little.
Mm.
Tiki Barber. Brandon Jacobs.
Hey, that's a big dude.
Huge. Pause.
Three
Uh,
wideouts.
Rod Smith, Demarius Thomas, Ed McCaffrey.
Odell. See, we dance over here. Odell.
Victor
Victor
Cruz.
Cruz.
Who's
Amani
that?
Toomer.
I thought you was gonna say Hakeem Nicks. I ain't gonna.
What they call them, well dressed Amani Toon. That's what they call them. One tight end. I kind of think I know where you're going at, Mr. Amari, but I'm curious to
Man,
hear what you got to
give
say.
me
Julius Thomas.
give me give me
You got
give
some
me
deep
Shay
interests.
Shay.
Julius Thomas had 5 touchdowns in one game, remember?
Talking about that fantasy
Got to
performance.
go to Jack.
Of course.
Give me man.
I got Shocky.
Yay.
This might where you stand out, Mr. KD. Two defensive players.
Nah,
We
we
got
You
on
got
offensive
some too,
lineman.
Mr. Amari.
it's offensive line.
We on
Oh,
offensive
my
lineman.
bad. One line. One lineman.
Ryan Clady.
Chris
Good
Smith.
one.
All right.
Mm.
Defensive
Now I
players.
won the
Two
first name.
defensive players.
Yeah, you
I
got that.
won the first name.
You got that. I can't even
Yeah.
say nothing about you got that.
LT, Lawrence Taylor, Mr. Blindside himself.
Oh, look, he's done with that. It's on you, Mr. Amari. He's just gonna go ahead and go.
Because we respect gangsters. Like we know who's supposed to be first.
He got the best pass rusher. And then I got a guy that tried to follow in that leniency. I got Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
See. I was
And
gonna
who
let that
else?
slide because we're getting long in the show. But when you say the best pass rusher, that kind of limits LT. Like, and that sounds crazy, but
I mean, he was the best
nah, he's
overall
in the argument
defensive
for
player.
best defense. Yeah, that's the argument he's in. Best pass rusher kind of limits him down. But yeah, LT. Did I say LT yet?
Yeah, you said LT.
I said LT.
Yeah, you said
I
LT.
said Lawrence Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You didn't say
Mr.
56 though.
Blindside himself.
Yeah, but you
No,
didn't say 56
56.
though.
Mr. 56. I ain't getting his jersey number up for nobody.
So I guess since I said LT, uh, I go Michael Strahan for my other.
Champ Bailey.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I thought you would go John Lynch there, but that's a good one.
I was gonna go with
And
Steve. It was
your
between
X
Champ
factor.
Bailey and Steve Atwater, honestly.
Yeah, you don't want that Atwater head. Bless your soul. Your X factor, Mr. Amari.
Jalen Waddle.
Mm,
You ain't seen nobody that
didn't see
fast.
that one coming.
You ain't seen nobody that fast.
Didn't see that one coming.
He ain't
Catch him,
played
Mr.
yet.
LT. Catch him, Mr.
It
LT.
don't matter.
He ain't played yet.
I'm on the team. You ain't seen nobody that fast.
Oh,
He ain't played yet, right? He got signed in the offseason, right? He got moved to the offseason.
some
Got traded in the
dialogue
offseason.
Yeah.
on
Hey,
the
hey,
podcast. You don't want some
he out there in training camp.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't have Jalen Waddle, I told you Steve Atwater.
Hey, let's see. So I give Jalen Waddle. Never mind, I give Jalen Waddle. uh, so I'm puzzled between two guys, man. I'm gonna go Justin Tuck though, but I was tossed up
My
between him
man
and
said,
him.
I'm getting to the quarterback. My
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah,
Well, you ain't got no.
we're applying pressure.
I mean, why didn't you take Landon Collins?
that 07 Giants division.
Jabril Peppers. Jabril Peppers would have been a good X
He
factor.
building out 07 Giants. He figured if we can stop Brady, we can stop anybody.
My man could
If
have
I
got
put that
Saquon.
07 line and add Lawrence Taylor to that defense,
You could have got
boy,
Saquon.
yo, how did
Oh
I
yeah,
miss Saquon?
yeah.
Yo, my fault. Spin
Nah,
that all the way
Hey, yo,
back.
nah. You could have got Saquon.
Now,
Brandon Jacobs got to go.
you have a
Yeah, my man took.
promise to somebody.
I wasn't even gonna
I
say
wouldn't tell
nothing.
him that to his face. But Brandon Jacobs got to go.
I didn't even say nothing. I'm like, yeah, my man took Brandon Jacobs and Tiki Barber. He said,
You
nah,
gonna say
Well, I
Saquon
something?
got to
got
take
it.
You had to
Tiki.
show
I
it.
got to take Tiki.
But yeah, ain't Tiki like all time
Yeah.
leading
He
rusher?
lead everything over there. So I got to take Tiki. And he won. So that.
But yeah, man said, yeah,
Nah,
nah,
he
we don't
he
need
was
Saquon.
trying to give for what I mean.
No, I'm talking about B. Jacobs. He won. That's why I was taking B.
Ahmad
Jacobs.
Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, Saquon.
All right.
Uh,
So let me ask you this question. This is our last verses of the night. And I never played one of these, so I'm real curious to hear what both of y'all got to say, this perspective. Which one is better, fantasy football or fantasy basketball? Me, as a person who never played fantasy basketball before, I don't know the intricacies of it, so I'm going to leave it to y'all to kind of explain it to me a little bit and to the viewing public. It's on you, Mr. Amara.
You got to word
um,
that better.
yeah, I ain't never played one of these.
Yeah, it's a game. Play
Me,
games.
No, I'm
yeah,
saying it
me.
made it seem like you ain't played neither one. When you say it like that, it makes it sound like you ain't played neither one. That's why I was looking like, man, you did play. But yeah.
But no,
I said
I would
one.
personally, mm, I would choose fantasy football mainly being that it's a check your lineup maybe 2 or 3 times a week and everything is straight.
We had
Whereas
this question before. We about to say the same
with
thing. We had this question before.
I say fantasy basketball, you got to check it every single day to make sure your lineup straight, picking up pickups, dropping people, trying to get acquisitions, making sure you right on the waiver wire. I mean, it's the same with fantasy football, but it's you got a full week to kind of see and understand these things. Whereas with fantasy basketball, you probably got a couple hours, maybe even a few minutes. Uh, Fantasy basketball is fun, but I think fantasy football is more where a lot of people that are newer to it would take easier focus. Did he?
Yeah, fantasy basketball is night by night. It's a lot to keep up with. Fantasy football is more, I would say better, but I was more. It's crazy to call something fantasy realistic. But throughout the week, you are making adjustments off of injuries, bringing people in, free agencies actively on the wire, but you're doing all that to prepare for a later in the week game, either be Thursday, Sunday, or Monday, sometimes Saturday late next season. So it seems like you're really in control of your roster and the transactions and everything leading towards a game. So it's like a build up in the week to finally see how your roster looks when you put it together. So it's more constructed as far as a long term picture and adjustments. With basketball being, you might miss Tuesday, um, and realize that three of your people didn't play or anything like that. It's too much to keep up with, especially with the season being long as well. So you don't really get no days off to kind of scour the waiver wire and then wait for that transaction or whatever it may be. So, yeah, fantasy football for sure. For me
But
personally,
Mr. Kirby, I think that would be more of the excitement that is not mundane and boring. It's instantaneous. It's always almost like gambling, almost like the people that do DraftKings or whatever them gambling sites where you kind of can just bet a little bit here or make a parlay there. I think it's a little more because it is always instantaneous. I thought that would bring more excitement to it. And then the second part, one of y'all can tell me, how do you kind of get points in fantasy basketball? Like I said, I never played it before. So like for every three, you get 3 points, or you got to go all the way down the
Exactly.
rabbit hole. But just curious.
For every 3-pointer, you get 3 points. For every 2 point shot, you get 2 points. For every miss, you're deducted a point. A steal, you get a point. Rebound, you get a point. Block, you get a point. Uh, I don't think it differentiates as far as like 2 point or like something being worth 5 points or whatever. But I know for every shot and every shot it's that point value plus the mate, and every miss you're deducted a point. So yeah.
And when you think about what I just said, Mr. KD, about the instantaneous part of fantasy basketball being like a constant thing similar to gambling.
you lose a lot of your players. 'Cause when you're on
You know,
that
I never did it,
transactional
so
fee
I'm just asking.
and you got to release this guy to put in this guy, you can't hold on to a lot of your players because if you got somebody really scouring the market, as soon as you let that guy go because he got an off night and you need to replace this injury, you don't get him back. So it's very tricky, but you got to be on it constantly. It don't give you no downtime. With football, you can take a fantasy football, you can take a couple of days off and get back to it Wednesday to make sure everything is straight before those games that week start on Thursday. But with basketball, you don't get that day off. You better be checking it constantly and multiple times throughout the day.
All right.
Some people
With that
might
being
like that
said,
rush.
yeah, that's why I kind of compared it to the gambling thing because that's how I kind of looked at it. Like, so because it's so instantaneous and so many games is played in the NBA per day, 82 games and all that. That's how I kind of seen it. I thought it was be more of a rush, and I thought you would like fantasy basketball more than fantasy football in particular, Mr. KD. But with that being said, this is our sticky note segment, our offensive rookie of the year predictions. I'm gonna start with you, Mr. KD. I mean, Mr. Amari. Then Miss KD, and we can get out of here for the night.
I got Cardinal Tate winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think his situation benefits him the most.
Steve?
Um, of course, being paired alongside with the incumbent #1 overall pick and Cam Ward, I think they have a lot of things to show. Brian Dable bringing in a new offensive system, as well as the defense. I feel like being able to complement them a lot. I think it'll give him a lot of possessions for him to show out. So yeah, I got Cardinal Tate winning.
Me too. But since you stole my pick, I'll give an honorable mention.
Jordan Tyson,
Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love. That running back by committee, I think
Mm.
they're gonna try to keep him fresh a lot. I don't know. As much as you wanna
You
get
want
him
to put
going.
tickets in them seats, you better play that man.
So what do you do about Algier, who you just paid to come in here, and James Conner, who's also on the books?
You ain't putting nobody in their seats.
I mean, they put fans in them seats. They just won't win in them games.
You don't think the alpha is going to stand out eventually?
I feel
We can
like the
start with
Alpha.
this committee. We can start with this committee stuff, but eventually, Detroit, Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery, they was committed. Then we got to come to the point where, all right, well, their point was we can't pay
Yeah,
both of them,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but we somebody got to stand out. He gives us the better shot. If they're gonna protect him all season, of course, I get that, but I think he'll eventually surpass that committee idea. But
I
like I said,
just
Carnell Tate is my pick.
I do think, like I said, I just think that the committee idea is going to hinder him from even getting into the running truly for the award. I feel like Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate got the hot. They got the front runners. Another sleeper pick I got is the guys in Cleveland. I got either Denzel Boston or KC Concepcion.
So no quarterbacks, huh?
I don't have a single quarterback doing it. Unless Carson Beck takes that job early, I don't see a quarterback doing it.
That's Gamez, KD.
I like Beck
That's
too.
you rolling with. You think there's any quarterback that got a possibility before we log off?
Carson Beck. If he take
No,
that
I'm talking
spot,
to KD. Yeah, I was on KD.
Because we talking about the
All
top
right.
guy not even getting an opportunity till late in the season, possibly.
Man, he still may have a possibility to win Rookie of the Year. If you play 12 games and he's solid, he still can win Rookie of the Year. Good. I
I
ain't
said
saying he
late in the
will,
season. I ain't
but
saying week
good.
5. I ain't saying week 5.
in week 5, he's turned heads to the point where, well, not even week 5. I would say like you talking about later in the season. Let's
And
say
we
like
said it'll be 0-5.
I feel like week 5. Yeah, if you, I would hope Kirk Cousins ain't got y'all 0-5. Like I would hope Kirk ain't
All
doing
right.
that bad.
I hope so too. All right. With that being said, I need y'all to remember one thing. We ain't gonna play. We out.